to our training about that video that went viral not once but twice in only 9 weeks. Let me tell you how to get children's attention and keep it. I'm Claire Douglas, let's talk behaviour. Now, I know what you're thinking. She can't just walk into a classroom, put her hand up and the children stop talking. No, you're right, I can't. There is a process and a system that we follow to get the attention of children and to keep it. And not only has it worked in one school, in one classroom, it has worked in every school for over 10 years. Let me talk you through the process of how we get children's attention and how we keep it. This training will outline some of the tools, techniques and processes that we've been using for over a decade to get negative behaviour-free homes and schools. We've already got our behaviour planner. Now, if you haven't got one of these already, this is a must-have for your behaviour journey, where you can plan, track and log all of your behaviour success. This mini video is also just the tip of the iceberg. Our behaviour transformation course deep dives into behaviour with a month of one-to-one behaviour support, looking into the neuroscience of why children behave the way that they do. We consider you and how you can control behaviour. We consider the environment and how that impacts behaviour. And we consider the child and how we can help them manage their own behaviour. So what exactly did I do when I walked into that classroom, popped my hand up and stopped those 32 children? Just a little side note about that video. So I've used that technique of stopping the children and getting their attention for well over a decade. On school, I've used it on supply as a supply teacher, and I've also used it in my childcare business to stop over 1,000 children. I've also used it against adults many times. The first thing that you need to do is you need to choose your behaviour signal. Now, my behaviour signal was very simple and it's just a hand in the air. Now, we decided actually as a school to use this signal as a universal so that anybody coming into the classroom, moving around the school or even on the playground could put their hand up and every single child would know exactly what to do. The simple signal of popping your hand in the air means that you do not have to use language. We use far too much language when we're dealing with behaviour. A hand in the air also stops all of the call and response. The children don't need to respond to you telling them what you would like them to do. Think carefully about the signal that you're going to use. Try and limit language and also try and stop a call and response. I often found that the call and response would make the children much more excited, wouldn't calm the children and wouldn't get them to stop talking. Number 2, the next thing that you're going to do is you are going to model the behaviours to the children. Now, we know all about modelling, we know about the dual processing theory. If you don't, look back at my old videos and they'll show you what to do. By modelling the behaviour, we are showing and telling the children exactly what to do. Remember, when we show and tell a child exactly what to do, it's processed into the long-term memory and not just in the short-term memory. If it's only in the short-term memory, the children will only remember for a few minutes. So we want to process that information into the long-term memory. Showing and telling this behaviour looks something like this. Good morning. When I do this, we are all going to do this. So when I put my hand in the air, we are all going to stop, look, stop talking and fold our arms. You need to show and tell the child exactly what you would like them to do. The next thing that you're going to do is you are going to practice the behaviour and the behaviour response with the children. You need to practice with the children, and this might mean that you might practice 4 times a day. It might mean that you might practice every single time you stop the child. Remember, it takes a child 66 days to develop a new behaviour. So by showing the child once, this will not work. I just want you to think of it like being on a diet. So you're on a diet and you're wanting to lose some weight and you eat one salad. You're not going to lose any weight by eating one salad, and this is exactly the same. So just like our diet and trying to eat properly, it's not going to happen overnight. We need to practice the behaviours. The next thing that you need to do is you need to praise and fix. Now, we all know about the effect of positivity on the child, on their brain, on their behaviour and on their attention. If you don't worry. I've done lots of videos about the impact of positivity. We praise when the children are doing really well with the behaviour, and then we fix the behaviour that's not going so well. It might look like this. Oh my goodness, that was fantastic. You did that so beautifully. As soon as I popped my hand up, you were first. Wow, excellent, well done. Now there were a few children who took a little bit of time with that. I wonder if next time I pop my hand up and do that, we can do it in 3 seconds. What do you think? We are praising the behaviour and the children that have done really, really well, and the behaviours of the children who didn't get it straight away. Spend some time with this, and do not forget that you can go over this as many times as it takes. As you can see from this process, it does not take a day for the children to be able to respond, remember and react to any behaviour cues. They take time and explanation, just like we said, just like when you are on a fitness journey or when you're building a house. This is just a very quick outline of how I get children's attention and keep it. This technique has been applied by thousands of teachers and impacted millions of children. Introducing something like this, for example, stopping the children and getting them to listen, we call this active listening. Now, for me to implement active listening into my classroom, it could take anywhere between 2 and 4 weeks, depending on the children. As I mentioned before, this process was rolled out across our whole school. It wasn't just my classroom that learnt this tool and technique. Across the whole school, again, it can take anywhere between 2 and 4 weeks. If you would like to know more information about our tools, techniques, processes, or any of our training, for example, our behaviour transformation programme, then please get in touch. I'm Danielle Douglas. Let's talk behaviour.